Hi guys, I'm back. And before we move on to the painting, I want to talk about a few things. Yes, I had a wonderful time on our vacation. We went with my family, with my parents and my grandmother and my siblings, and of course my kids. And unfortunately, the hubby had to stay behind because we had nobody to watch the dogs. So he volunteered to stay at home so that me and the girls could have a vacation. Much needed vacation. So thanks to my hubby for letting us, for staying behind and letting us enjoy a vacation. And thanks to my mom and dad and my Nana for, happily letting us stay with them and really just enjoying being with me and the kids. So yeah, it was a great vacation. The beach was beautiful. It was super hot, super humid. Oh my gosh. And I got stung by something on my ankle. I thought it was just a sunburn like the first few days, but then I realized it was something different. And I don't know what it was, but it like made my feet and my ankles and my legs swell up. So, but we still had a wonderful time. The girls had an awesome time. They went fishing with Grandpa. My oldest one caught a black-tip shark and a horseshoe crab on the same line. And my two little ones, Ella and Nora, they both caught whiting, which is a fish. Pretty good little fish too. So they all had a lot of fun. We saw lots of critters. We saw horseshoe crabs. Apparently it's the time of year when all the horseshoe crabs come up on the beach and nest. So that was really cool to see all those horseshoe crabs up on the beach. I hadn't seen that before. And we saw different kinds of crabs, little blue crabs and spotted crabs and ghost crabs. I don't know, gosh, we just saw all sorts of things. And then the snakes and the alligators, most of the alligators anyway, that you guys saw in the video were actually contained in a place called the Serpentarium. So they weren't just like free roaming the island. But there was the one alligator, you can kind of see him perched in the grass, who lived in the lagoon right behind the place that my parents stayed at. So he kind of come up on the bank and visited us every once in a while. So that was cool. We had lots of shells. Just little shells. So I'm probably going to do some kind of painting in the future, next month or two, with some of the shells. So my website, you guys, I have a lot of new subscribers to my channel, so I want to introduce you to my website. This is where all of my art from the beginning of my YouTube channel is on, available to purchase. So if you want to check out my website, that would be totally awesome. It's www.southerndutchgirlart.com. I have all the older stuff on there. I don't have any of the newer stuff yet. I've been having problems with my computer. A lot of problems with my computer the past couple months, so I wasn't able to work on my website, but it's finally fixed. So hopefully in about a month the girls go back to school and I can work on the website and I can add a lot of the new pieces there. So if you guys are interested in any of the newer pieces that aren't on the website, just email me. I can finish them up and send them out to you. If you would like to sponsor my channel, I have had one sponsor so far. So Barbara A., I want to thank you very much. You're my only sponsor. You're my hero. I want to thank you a lot. I really appreciate that. So if anybody wants to sponsor my channel, my PayPal account is paypal.me/HeatherWright521. Yeah, it's beyond greatly appreciated. So that's that. My email. If you guys have any questions, you have like a list of questions you want to ask me, or you just need a little help with something, or of course if you want to send me photos of your work, I love to get those in the mail. I am totally terrible about responding to the emails. I think I probably have a couple like in my inbox right now that I've read all of them, but I haven't gotten a chance to answer back. The past like month has been super crazy busy just with the kids and vacation and everything. So in the next few weeks I'm going to try really hard to get back to everybody. So yeah, if you have any questions or you want to send me shots of your work, HeatherWright521 at yahoo.com. And the big thing I wanted to announce is some of you have probably seen right now that I have ads on my channel now. And what I want to say about that is, you know, a lot of people, they'll just skip the ads. And if you don't have a YouTube channel, you don't really understand how that affects the, you know, the person who owns the channel. But what I want to ask you guys, my friends out there, is if an ad pops up, if y'all will please watch the ads, because the ad that usually is like at the beginning of the video is only like 10 to 15 seconds long, so it's really not that long. And then an ad might pop up in the middle of the video somewhere, I think. So if y'all watch those ads, I actually earn a few pennies from each ad that y'all watch. So, you know, if you don't have the money, or you just, you know, don't want to sponsor me for any reason, completely understand. But if you watch the ads, it's kind of like you're sponsoring my channel. So if y'all watch those ads, I would super greatly appreciate it. And thank you in advance for sitting through, you know, 10, 15, 20 seconds of a boring ad or a really cool ad. Some of them are really interesting. And those of you out there who have YouTube channels, I promise I'm watching your ads because I really feel like we should all support each other. So, okay, so that's it. Coming in the next few weeks to the next month, it might be the fall, because it's a bit hot and I really don't feel like doing it. is a video about myself. I've actually had several requests from y'all to create a video of myself, you know, why I do what I do and just a little bit about me. So I've been like completely avoiding it because I really don't like talking about myself. I love to talk, but I don't really like talking about myself and really don't want to show my face, but it's looking like I'm going to have to. So look for that in the next couple of weeks. If y'all have any suggestions on anything cool or interesting you've seen you'd like me to try out, please leave it, you know, in the comments. I love to try out new things. I love to get new ideas. So let's move on with the painting for today. We're going to do a small painting. It's going to be an 8" by 8". I really like this size. And you know, it doesn't cost a whole lot to ship it, so it's just a cute little, I don't know, I love the size. I'm trying out something new. I've only done it one at a time. I'm putting some painter's tape on the back, in hopes that I will keep the back maybe a little bit neater. And I have my push pins to keep it up off the table. I also, if you can see these staples right here in the corners, those are my staples. I put those down because when these edges fold over, they don't staple the edges down, and what happens is the paint kind of makes the edges kind of pop up, and it just looks kind of junky. So I like to have a nice smooth back. So that's what I've done there. The colors for today, they're all apple barrel, and I'm not using white today. I'm going to kind of use this peachy color, which is called Sun-Kissed Peach. Like I said, all apple barrel. Apple barrel 2 blue, English navy, tropic orange, and cool blue. No white. I just thought I would try something just a little bit different today. I don't know if I've ever actually done a painting with no white before. And the silicone I'm using, I'm going to try again with the treadmill belt lubricant, 100% silicone from Lifespan. I get this at sporting goods store over where the treadmills are. So I don't like the silicone sitting on top of my paintings, but it does kind of give some neat cells. So we're going to try this out. I think I'm going to start with some of the darker blue. Just going to stir in the silicone real quick, and I can see it's like all sitting on the top. See, my other silicone that I use sinks into the paint, but for some reason this one does not sink in. I really don't know why. Maybe it's just really super light. I don't know. I'm just trying to layer these lightly on top of each other. Okay. And I hate to say it, but yes, it's official. I am switching over to the plastic because I was really getting sick of the newspaper being underneath it. It works. It actually works better because it like soaks up all the excess paint. But I don't know. It was too dirty looking. I was getting tired of it. So I'm sorry. I don't have anything for you guys to read. Maybe I'll like write a poem or something. Sometimes I write poems, but they tend to be kind of dark. So I'm kind of like a jack of all trades when it comes to like artistic stuff. I get kind of bored with one thing. So I've written poems. I like drawing, painting. I love charcoal. Maybe I'll show you like one of my charcoal drawings one time. And it's probably about time I need to do like a I don't know, maybe a palette knife painting. Like all these colors are sitting on top of each other except for that real pale peach, and as soon as I pour it in there, it's completely sinks. Now this is definitely too much paint for this canvas. This is a lot of paint. This is like enough paint for probably, there we go, at least a 10 by 10, I'd say. But make sure you guys are still in focus and still like centered. Yeah, you're about there. Okay, that's cool. All right, fingers crossed. I feel like I need a corner catcher. I don't know, there's a lot of paint. There's a lot of this paint it's going to need to drip off anyway. And I try and level my canvases before it's kind of pretty, before I, you know, go to painting, because this paint, you know, you don't want the pretty going off in one direction. I think I'm going to go ahead and do this. Take the torch to it. Oh, look at all the pretty cells coming up. Ooh, that is so cool right there. I wish I could keep that. There's no way, that was way too close to the edge. And look, we got like kind of like almost like caterpillar structure there. Okay, I'm glad I did not use the white in this one, because I think the white would have dulled out everything. Oh, look at all the pretty cells that came up. Oh, okay. Let's get a corner catcher. I need a slightly longer one. Ah, if I can get it. I'm pulling out everything. Alright, let's fold it in half. And I'm not really sure which side to go off of first. Oh, it's all pretty. So I really don't know where to go with that. Really just need to pour the corners off. That's hard. That's a hard decision. Okay. Let's do this corner first. I just want to do it slowly because I really don't want my cells stretching out a lot. I don't like it when they get stretched all weird looking. I definitely don't like it when they get all zigzaggy. Oh, and see all that pretty over there is already gone off. There's so much paint here, there's going to need to be a lot poured off. Which is a shame because it's pretty. The whole thing is just pretty. Well, I think it is anyway. I really could have done this on at least a 10 by 10. Oh, no, 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 no. There we go. Look, I need that corner to go off. Okay, last corner. There is so much paint on here though. I really need to figure out what corner I'm going to pour off here. Probably that one. There we go. Alright. I think that's about it. Really, it's got too much paint on it, but I don't want to keep stretching out all those cells. Hopefully, I don't know, that's a lot of paint. And there's really no good side to pour it off of because they're all pretty. My ceiling fan is on, I didn't even realize it. Okay, we're gonna set that down.